Take us back to the beginning of your basketball roots. What made you fall in love with the game?
I grew up in a large family. I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters, and I'm also a twin. My parents, everything we did was always outside, just really an active family, and then everything kind of became a competition. So we'd be at the dinner table and we'd go outside and we'd play a game of hoops, and whoever won didn't have to do the dishes. And I realized at an early age I needed to be on my dad's team because he made the rules as they went along so that he would always win.
Grew up in the St. Cloud area, played hoops for St. Cloud Tech. Were you a big fan of the St. Cloud State Huskies growing up?
I was fortunate enough that my parents brought us to a lot of Husky events, whether it was football, basketball, all those things, and so it was pretty cool. I know through high school, the Huskies had really, really good women's basketball, and so my parents would bring us over here and have an opportunity to watch them, and really got excited about the opportunity to maybe possibly be able to play in college. And I think that was really neat that I lived in a town where there was a college and was able to experience that firsthand.
Now I was played for South Dakota State and competed against the Huskies. What was that experience kind of like for you growing up, being a fan of the Huskies and then playing against them?
It was always interesting too because one of my high school teammates played for the Huskies, and so it brought another level of rivalry to it. But always coming back home and playing in front of your hometown, even though I was on the opposing side, is always a special place. I've always loved Hollenbeck Hall. I think it's a great atmosphere for games, but you always try to get that little extra when you come home and play in front of your hometown fans.
Still have a relationship with a lot of your teammates and coaches from before?
Yeah, my college coach, we're really good friends. I actually went back when I was graduated and stuff and ended up being her assistant and communicate with my teammates. And of course with social media, that's become a whole lot easier to communicate with people. And so I've developed lifelong friendships and relationships through sports.
How did you eventually come back to St. Cloud?
I coached high school. I went on to get my master's degree, and then I became an assistant coach after I was a GA at Eastern Illinois, and then went back to South Dakota State, and then had an opportunity to come here and be an assistant, and had a great experience. I've had such wonderful mentors. That's what this profession is about, people mentoring you and helping you get prepared for your next position. And so after I was an assistant here, I got my first head job at Minnesota State Mankato, and then this job came open, and what an opportunity to come back and be able to coach it in your hometown, to give back to a community that's given me so much has been really exciting for me.